Okay, boys, it's time. We got the patch. The patch notes are here. Relics and Charms and the new Forge Mastery is out. Slight delay, but it's live. Let's go ahead and go over these. New major update for Titan Quest 2. Last major update added a new chapter in the form of Northern Beaches.
The Northern Beaches.
This time we focus more on the item and class additions to bolster that part of the game. Yeehaw! The big topics of this update are Forge Mastery, Relics and Charms, multiplayer, loot waiting, okay? And then localization. This is German language support. So, first things first, Forge Mastery. We are adding the first new mastery since launch, embodying the qualities of
Hephaestus.
God of the Forge. You will be using your divine powers to manipulate your weapons and armor mid-battle, as well as deploy armed devices. Okay, that's the concept of the Forge Mastery. Relics and Charms, we're adding a completely new itemization layer to the game. Exciting socketables. Relics and Charms can be socketed into most of your items. Most. So there are some limitations. We'll discover them. And then you will be able to apply their effect. Perfect to round out your build. They drop in fragments, and you can combine 3 of them to gain a completion bonus. They gain a powerful completion effect. Okay. In multiplayer, we've made a huge amount of multiplayer enhancements and fixes. With this update, we will move multiplayer into the main game. There is no longer a branch, right? You used to load up a different, essentially, game that was incompatible with the single-player version of the game. Now they've merged it, which is good. So all your multiplayer characters now move in. That means you don't have to use different characters in a different version of the game to play anymore. Good. We've also greatly increased multiplayer stability. Amazing. And fixed many issues. We will be continue adding missing features and further stability improvements in future updates. This is huge. I haven't myself played a lot of multiplayer, but in the future, I plan to, very much so, as long as this keeps getting better and better. This is incredible. So, very good. So, loot waiting. One of the biggest feedback points we've heard from you is that itemization can feel underwhelming. We're working on this problem from multiple angles. With this update, we're introducing some loot waiting that should take you, make sure you find items that are useful for your build. This does not fully prevent you from finding other items. It's important to us that everything can still drop at any time. So they mentioned previously that they just want things to be useful for your build as you're playing it. So they're changing the way things are weighted behind the hood, under the hood. They put together a little video showcasing the patch, so we'll go ahead and watch that. Sick.
Hello and welcome to this early access update for Titan Quest 2.
Oh, look, it's tier 2. Look, okay, sorry. First pause, absolute first pause and only pause. This is the only time I'll pause. Blade Trap and his W, you can see down here, that's tier 2, that's turret, and he put it down immediately. Look at this. Look, look at that little turret. It's basically traps. It's traps from TQ1.
In this release, we are adding the Forge Mastery as well as Relics and Charms. The Forge Mastery bestows upon you some of the blessings that the god Hephaestus has. Your fighting style will be backed up by your mechanical inventions, as well as near-divine, albeit temporary, enhancements to your gear. All this is made possible through the Divine Cores, which you will be collecting from fallen enemies.
Divine Cores is the scrap
so much
mechanic?
Your character directly dealing damage by whacking people, but rather your fancy kit or even your enemies themselves will do that for you. As you might suspect, the devices you see here are indeed the simplest types of summons in Titan Quest 2. We are currently working on fully fledged summoned creatures that will accompany you, but aren't yet ready to share details.
Listen. I know so many people will miss this and ask, no summons yet? Listen to what man says.
We are currently working on fully fledged summoned creatures that will accompany you, but aren't yet ready to share details.
Just not yet.
Stay tuned for all our masteries, including Forge getting expanded further in the coming months. Back to Forge though. With many of your abilities costing divine cores, we can very easily create natural synergies by utilizing energy-based abilities from other masteries.
Yes.
For this Forge and Storm character, let's demonstrate this by sporadically using Ice Nova and Cyclone where needed. This will keep the enemies where we want them and allow our Blade Trap or Sentry.
Dude, look at this barrage. Look at this thing. Okay, so the third trap that he puts down, look how fast it starts shooting.
And Cyclone where needed. This will keep the enemies where we want them and allow our Blade Trap or Sentry to deal with mobs and tougher single enemies respectively. Both our turrets are modified with Elemental Infusion. In this build, that means that using Ice Nova or Cyclone will add some cold damage to the next turret's damage profile.
Sorry, to summarize what he said, because I was yapping. If you use an elemental ability, when you have a modifier called Elemental Infusion, you'll see it in game. Elemental Infusion, the next trap or device that you build will be infused with that previous ability. If you use a cold ability, it gets cold damage, lightning ability, blah blah blah, right? So you get it.
This would also work with lightning or fire abilities. There's limited activations for the turrets, so increasing those and triggering them faster is something you
Also, are you guys noticing? I don't want to point it out, but are you guys noticing something when he attacks? No, you guys will see it. It
can't go wrong with. Watch out though with positioning, as both turrets can be destroyed by enemies. With that in mind, a big fiery boom at the end can't hurt, right? Well, as long as it's your enemies getting hurt, it's all good. Okay, so we have a pretty good basic setup, but might still be on the struggle bus if we get ganged up on. Luckily, Forge has you covered here. Let's become an absolute unit. The Ironclad ability will engulf you in that divine armor I mentioned.
Dude, just read this. Hold on.
Unit.
Just read this. It costs some cores. It grants you flat amount of armor, 20% increased total armor. Now, remember, the stuff that's bolded in white will scale essentially off of your level as well. I don't know how much it'll scale, but it does at least move with your level, right? So more armor, more percentage armor, disruption and stun res. And then, so with all that comes one small penalty. It's you get less movement speed, but you are absolutely a beast. Combine that with Earth Mastery, all the passives. I guess Warfare has good armor passives too, but holy crap, you can combine this with like some tanky abilities.
The Ironclad ability will engulf you in that divine armor I mentioned. Shiny. This will eat away at your divine course and movement speed, but it's definitely worthwhile. It gives your turrets and other abilities the time they need to do their fine work. If any poor unfortunate soul decides to strike you now, you could be launching armor shards at them, or just straight up reflect damage, among other options. We can further lean into this
summon
with
board
passives
cube
as well, so that the combination of your summons, your retaliation damage, and your potential to just absorb damage in general creates a feeling of near invincibility. Not enough mobility for you. That's kind of an intended weakness of the mastery, but Blink is right there to fix that in Storm. After all, we do want to encourage you to seek synergies. That said, even Forge has
there's so many traps,
at least in the form of chains. Can't easily get to your enemies? You go and tell them to get over here, right into the field of turrets you have set up. At highest levels, you can add further to your tanking potential with the Tempered Arsenal aura, and place a force field to buff yourself and your devices and nerf enemies. After some time, you'll probably have found relics and charms during your adventures.
Yes, dude,
Much
relics
like in
and
the
charms,
first game,
baby.
These are shards that can enhance your items, adding basically further affixes to them. You find each of them as a fragment and get a completion bonus upon merging 3 of the matching type together. Charms are specific to certain types of creatures, while relics are rare extracts of divine nature. You will note their completion bonuses differ significantly in power, heavily skewed in favor of relics. As an example, the Boarhide charm makes a return.
Yes, make Boarhides great again.
Armor, and if you get all fragments, your bleeding resistance and summon resistances as well.
That's how you do Boarhide.
Zeus's Thunderbolt is also a returning relic, but it's been supercharged. In general, most relics are quite different to their original counterparts. It increases attack and cast speeds a bit and hugely boosts your lightning damage. The completion effect is occasionally quite impactful. Your first hit on a non-boss enemy has a small chance to instantly kill it. This should make a huge difference in some fights, and encourage the usage of your weapon attack to try your luck on stronger enemies. Another relic is Hestia's Cinders. This one buffs your damage over time, fire damage, and burning ailment. Its completion bonus helps you apply the burning ailment more often, and it slows burning enemies as well.
Plus
while
one
also
max
increasing the
burning stacks? Oh
no
my
one
gosh.
person can wield too much of this kind of power all at once. As you level up, you will be able to add more and more relics and charms to your gear. While there is no hard cap on charms, for relics there will be an upper limit of 3 of them. Sharing is caring, so don't forget to send some spares to your...
So here's the thing. If you're using the maximum amount of relics, which is 3, that only leaves 9 item slots available for charms. So what he said is technically correct. You could have 12. I think it's all 12 item slots with a charm. You'll probably want to be using relics, right? So it's a soft limit, right?
Other characters or those of your friends. We are initially adding 20 charms and 19 relics. Plenty of combinations for you to try out.
Huge.
There are many more coming in the future as well. We can't wait to see what kind of builds you come up with. Please share your feedback as always. It will help us make Titan Quest 2 the best it can be.
Bravo, devs. Hell yeah. Okay, let's get into Forge Mastery. Thank you very much for watching, guys. That's the patch note overview and what came in the patch. Let me know what you guys think. Give me a like, subscribe, tell me I'm pretty. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. I'm actually very hard. Same, dude. Same. Thank you. Bye.